Dynamic animations are made of multiple transitions at once. So let's look at more transform options. In the transform menu, I have position, scale, rotation, and opacity. Anchor point is at the top. Anchor point affects all the other basic transformations, so it's an important concept to understand. I'm going to use our irregular shape created with the pen tool to demonstrate. Let's look at how the object scales when the anchor point is in the center. The scaling action is centered in the object. To change the anchor point, go to the Pan Behind Anchor Point Move tool in the toolbar and click and drag to move the anchor point in the preview window. It can also be changed numerically in the command line. Now the object scales to the right-hand side. Let's move it back to the center of the object. Click the stopwatch next to the Scale command line to initiate some keyframes for scale. Move the blue playhead to a different point in the timeline. Change the scale numerically. Create a third keyframe by moving it along further and change the numerical value. Bring the preview line down to the keyframes to preview the action. Press spacebar to play. Now let's add some rotation. The rotation command line is comprised of two sets of numbers. The one on the left is total rotations. The right is the degree. Rotation is where you can really notice the effect of your anchor point. If I rotate from a center anchor point, then the object rotates around the center of itself. If I change the anchor point to the right-hand side again, the object rotates around that point. Recenter the anchor point, and let's create some keyframes. Click on the stopwatch, move the playhead, and change the number on the right for total rotations. 1 equals 1 360-degree rotation. The next keyframe can be 90 more degrees by changing the number on the left. Offset the keyframes for more organic movement and change. Opacity changes the visibility of your object. Click the stopwatch, move the playhead, and change the number in %. Stagger the keyframes for more dynamic actions.